let me ask you something unsettling. What if the life you're chasing, the exciting one, the loud one, the impressive one, is the very thing draining your mind? Because right now, millions of people feel exhausted, not from working too hard, but from performing too much. Performing happiness. Performing ambition. Performing success. And here's the uncomfortable truth psychology keeps revealing. The system doesn't collapse when you rebel. It doesn't panic when you complain. It panics when you stop being predictable. When your desires shrink instead of expand. When your attention becomes quiet. When your life becomes boring. Not empty. Not meaningless. But deliberately simple. And that idea terrified society long before it terrified you. Over 150 years ago, Henry David Thoreau walked away from noise, status, and expectation, not because he failed at life, but because he understood something most people still don't. That the most intelligent life is often the least impressive one. Psychology now confirms what Thoreau sensed intuitively. But here's where tension begins. The moment you hear the word boring, your brain resists. It says this means no growth. This means falling behind. This means becoming irrelevant. Yet neuroscience shows something disturbing. The nervous system was never designed for constant stimulation. Dopamine doesn't create happiness, it creates hunger. The more novelty you chase, the more dissatisfied you become. That's why scrolling never satisfies. That's why success fades so quickly. That's why achievement still feels empty. Most people think they're unmotivated. Psychologically, they're overstimulated. Thoreau saw people busy but not alive. Moving constantly but going nowhere. So he simplified, and society called him boring. Lazy. Unproductive. But psychology tells a different story. When life becomes quieter, the mind regains control. Thoughts slow down. Emotional reactions weaken. Identity stabilizes. You stop needing validation because your nervous system no longer depends on it. And that's dangerous, not for you, but for anything that feeds on your attention. Because control doesn't come through force. It comes through stimulation. Endless alerts. Endless comparison. Endless desire. So when someone chooses calm, routine, small goals, a simple life, they become difficult to manipulate. A boring life isn't passive. It's selective. You're not doing less because you can't do more. You're doing less because you finally understand what costs too much. Your peace. Your focus. Your sense of self. Thoreau didn't escape society. He escaped unnecessary suffering. And modern psychology agrees. Lower stimulation strengthens emotional control. Fewer comparisons strengthen identity. Fewer desires create deeper satisfaction. But here's the uncomfortable question. If simplicity is healthier, why does everything push you toward more? Because calm people don't panic. Grounded people don't buy impulsively. Content people are hard to control. And once you realize that, you can't unsee it. Because the most frightening truth isn't that a boring life is smarter. It's that the life you were taught to want may never have been yours at all.